Hi everyone, my name is Tanner, and I'm really excited today to present to you guys today a new concept for Google Maps. This feature for Google Maps is Local Lens, and this would be something that would help travelers to discover authentic, safe experiences wherever they go, wherever they travel. So first off, let's meet our persona, Christina. Christina is someone who really loves to travel. She's someone who normally travels by herself, and she's often traveling places where she's never been before. And so so she spends a lot of time when she's planning, she spends a lot of time figuring out where she's going to go and just trying to discover places that she can visit that are not on the beaten path where most tourists would go. And so, an example of maybe a day in the life of Christina's life is that she has arrived to New York City. And since she's traveling alone, Christina wants to experience unique features of the city without running into hordes of tourists, as well as staying safe. So, this is kind of who Christina is. Now, with that in mind, while Google Maps does do a great job of showing popular destinations, it doesn't fully meet the needs of solo travelers or any traveler looking for authentic local experiences. Now, Christina wants to go beyond touristy spots, but she also really values her safety and she wants to trust where she's going. And this is an exciting opportunity because right now, solo travelers are booming. Right now, solo travelers have grown roughly 24% since 2020. And 80% of travelers, all travelers, are seeking local first experiences, meaning they don't really want to be in tourist locations. 80% of people, they may go to a couple touristy locations, but they really want a bulk of their experiences to be local first experiences, places that are off the beaten path. And by addressing these things, these needs, Google Maps can really become the go-to tool for adventurers such as Christina. So currently Google Maps shows tourist-heavy locations. However, they lack created experiences. Christina often spends a lot of her time, and in many instances, too much of her time researching where to go. And there's no real way to quickly see if any of the experiences she's planning on going to are safe or are recommended by the locals in that area. And so that is something that we want to bring to Google Maps. And so this new feature that we would be adding to Google Maps is called Local Lens. And it's a new feature designed to solve these problems. All of these problems that Christina has, Local Lens is meant to make that easier for her or more comfortable or more confident in her traveling. Each of these categories lets Christina explore experiences that are tailored to her personal interests, while also allowing reviews and safety meters to give her more peace of mind and more confident in her trip. And so just to kind of give a rundown of these features, we have the tabs that we have are Flavor Finder, Hotspots, Hidden Wonders, as well as Local Lineups. And then at the bottom, you can see there is the safety meter, ranking from green, yellow, and red. Green being safer, yellow being less safe, and red being a bit more dangerous than the rest. And these are also going to, we'll get into that later, sorry. So with these, let me dig more into these tabs, these features. So for instance, Flavor Finder is a tab that will help you discover restaurants and cafes that the locals love. These aren't going to be fast food restaurants, and these aren't going to be where all the tourists are going to be hanging out. This is mostly where locals are going to be going. And then the next tab is Hotspots. This tab is pretty much for travelers who don't mind running into all of the tourists, but still they don't want to run into tourists, but they don't mind occasionally going to these touristy locations for worthwhile experiences. And then Hidden Wonders. This tab is helping people who are looking for experiences beyond the city. beyond the main dense population where they're visiting. Perhaps a hidden beach or even just a walking trail that has a beautiful view. These are places that are far enough from the city that you won't read about them on a New York City blog of places to go, right? And then finally, you have local lineups. Local lineups. This is a place for people who love local and live events, whether that's a basketball game, whether that's a concert, maybe it's just a restaurant that has live music. This is a way for you to find local events, local live events within within that community that you're in. And this is also an exciting feature because it not only shows you where those places are, but it will also give you, there will be a button that will allow you to see ticket prices as well as make purchases for those tickets within the Google Maps itself. And then at the bottom, so for that ranking, that safety meter ranking, this isn't just something that we're guessing. This isn't based on geography. This is solely based on reviews from locals and people from firsthand experiences of people who have been to these places. They will rank the places that they've been to from, based on a certain criteria of how safe they felt and how much they would recommend this place. And so when you see green, that's because people are mostly having positive experiences with the community and with the people and with the place itself. And yellow, it's less, and then red is obviously the least. And so how this works, for instance, with this tab, with this image we're seeing here on the screen, how this would work is Christina would click on local lens, which was the tab that we saw in the previous slide, and then she would click something like the flavor finder tab, for instance, which is what we're seeing now, and you'll see businesses and restaurants that are meant for what she's looking for, pretty much. And there's a level of ranking levels of safety for her to easily be able to discover what she wants to do. Okay, and next, so this feature would allow for Christina to confidently discover hidden gems. And when I say Christina, I'm using Christina as pretty much anyone who's using this product. So anyone who uses this product would be able to confidently discover hidden gems while spending less time planning. This is something that they will have on their phone all the time. So assuming they have the Google Maps app on their phone, they'll be able to, let's say they just got done with dinner and they want to figure out where's maybe some live music we can go check out. Well, they can easily pull up their phone, pull up this Google Maps, hit the local lens tab, which will be right there on the home screen, and then it'll take them exactly where they want to go next. So this is something that not only will make traveling, the planning process easier, but being in the moment will be easier for you as well. And this is also without the hassle of worrying whether it's safe or if you're missing out even. You're really getting access to every possibility for you. And then finally, Google Maps benefits from this change as well. This isn't just for the people using our apps. This is for Google and Google Maps as well. So with this in mind, this will not only boost user engagement with the people using this product, but the app will become pretty much what we're hoping with releasing this, is that the app will become the ultimate traveling companion for people that are searching for unique experiences while they travel. And then as for people like businesses, there's an opportunity as well for local businesses to be able to collaborate with us and drive additional revenue in that area. And now finally, to bring local lens to life, there are a couple things that we would really need to make this easier, make this happen quicker, and that is to have immediate development for a beta so that we can start testing. And with those testing, we would like to be able to get feedback from people that are traveling, such as solo travelers, such as someone like Christina who travels by themselves. We would like to to have a beta that we can test and give to these people just for better feedback and easier access to feedback as well, so that we can just continue to make this product better. And then finally, what we'd really like to have access to is planning a marketing rollout to highlight this new feature. This is really important, and all these are important to the success of this new feature, because if we really want people to have this and see it as a necessity when traveling, or even when you're just home on the couch on a Saturday trying to figure out what should I do with my evening, we need to be able to test this, build this, test this, and then really create a more solid, in-depth plan with a timeline in mind. And so that was my presentation on Local Lens, the new feature for Google Maps. And I'm really excited to work with you guys on this. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask them now, or if you have any afterwards, you can always email me and we can figure out how to help you guys better understand and see the value in this product.